Welcome to my podcast. This is a podcast where I bring you inspirational stories on business and mindset to help you courageously and confidently achieve success beyond anything that you dream possible. I'm your host, Michelle Quay. I'm a visibility confidence coach and the founder of Elevate Life Coaching. Let's just say that I know a few things about overcoming seemingly impossible obstacles in life and in business. My goal is to get you out there in your world so that you can stop playing small. Welcome to the show. Hey everyone. I just want to hop on here and share some insights with you, and maybe you resonate with it and maybe you don't. But either way, that's okay. So lately, I've been working with a number of women coaches who's looking to build a visible brand. And one of the big struggle that I see many coaches walk in, especially if this is your first time launching your business, or if you are thinking about transitioning to a new way of approaching your client, or maybe somehow you just don't resonate with your current clientele, and you're thinking about changing and utilizing more of the social media aspect, then this episode is definitely for you. I've been working with many women coaches who are on their early stage of setting up their business, and they wanted to establish that credibility on social media. And one of the first things that I would ask them is, so what is your niche, right? And that is very important because as you're building your visible brand online, if you look around all these big major celebrity type of coaching business, whether it's Amy Porterfield, Marie Folio, Tony Robbins, every big celebrity, memorable coaches, even the coaches within your own community that you've been following, I want you to really start paying attention to the way that they branding their business. And every business, no matter how big or small you are, if you're thinking about business, that was the first thing that you need to learn is about your branding. Your branding speaks a lot about who you are, what your values. It's a representation of your value, even without someone spending the time in doing your discovery call. How do people kind of consider it as a first impression, right? I don't know you. How do I know I can trust you? And you do that by creating this brand values or branding that is going to express and come across as someone who is trustworthy, that you have credibility, you're someone who's real, you're someone who believe in, I don't know, some of the values that you have. Mine would be authenticity, bravery, and community, right? So those are my branding values. And people who resonate with me, they also look and they live by that reputation, being real, being authentic. Those are big pieces of the reason why people are drawn to my brand. Hey there, just a quick interruption here. Ever wonder why you do what you do and how come everyone is a coach, but some of you just have it all together? The truth is, brand, big and small, set the tone of characteristics and values that allows you to connect, trust, feel, and relate to. This is why it is crucial to understand your own brand identity if you want to stand out from the crowd. It is the foundation that sets you apart from everyone else. It is also the tone of characteristics and value that allows your soulmate clients to connect and relate to you. Whether you are a new start coach or an established woman entrepreneur, brand personality is always an essential step to build your brand visibility. What if you can actually communicate with a strong and relatable brand personality by just being you? So I want to invite you to grab a copy of my free introduction to the 5-element brand personality guide. You will find the description of each brand personality and 2 simple strategies on how to use it in building your visibility. You will also find a short 2 minutes quiz to find out what your dominant personality is. So grab your copy at members.elevatelifecoaching.org/personality. Back to the show. And so as you establishing the visibility on your social medias, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, even before you even begin to start think about which platform do I use, you need to get really super clear on your branding identity, your who you are in your business. So if you don't have that clarity in your own business identity, then you're walking in, you're trying to do everything all at once. You start losing your focus at who you truly are. And this is where a lot of entrepreneur and women coaches, it throws them off because they start losing that self-identity in their own business. If you are a coach and you're listening to this, I want you to think back in the time where you face your first struggle, you face your first challenge, and you realize that you have lost your own self-identity in that process. And now that you become a coach, you have a great amount of clarity around who you are being, who you are in life. That translate and carry that same idea into place in your business. Even before you think about, I want to be visible on my social media, you need to think about your own identity, who you are, what your personality is like, what type of voice do you use? Are you like me? I'm always like very energetic, very loud. I'm a very loud person, by the way. I'm very loud. I'm like super, super energetic. I scream. Sometimes I drop the F bomb a lot of times. Sometimes the other day I was on a podcast interview and then I asked the host, hey, just to check in with you, because I do occasionally use dropping a F bomb, when it's called upon. Is your podcast clean? This is something I've learned to be very conscious and mindful about going to other people's podcasts. Not every podcast they want the guests to drop any F-bomb because that's just not their branding. So every brand, everyone has unique personality. Every one of us have our own voice, the way that we speak. My voice is very inviting. I want to get to know you. I want you in my community. I want to get to where you are. I want to meet you, have coffee with you. These are very inviting brand voice. And so, this voice is it doesn't resonate with a lot of people because they like to keep the distance, and there's no right or wrong with that, right? But it's just people who are drawn to the type of energy, the type of personality that you are, that's how you attract your clients. And I would say, 99% of the time, my clients find me because they like and enjoy that personality of me. And that's how you become and establish a unique brand, is by really getting to understand who you are being in your business and what is your personality, what resonates, what doesn't, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. All these factors will contribute to creating that branding. And this is a process where I walk through my clients in the 30-day discovering your niche within. Finding your niche, it's not just a punchline. It's not just an elevated pitch. Oh, I'm so-and-so. This is what I do for women coaches. I help them to tell a better story, to get seen, get heard, and get hired. That's easy to say. But when you are talking about discovering your niche within, it's about more than that. It's more about just having the pitch line or punchline. It's about the underlying stories that you're going to share in such a way that speaks about your voice, your personality, your values, the people that you're serving, who are they? So the more clear you are on all of these above factors, that's going to help you with a number of things. It's going to help you to decide what color goes onto your website, what pictures or what graphic can be shown on your social media, what type of video, and where would you like to have those live videos on. So we built the ground from bottom to top, starting with the who in our business. And as I walk through, so this is a 4-week program that I walk all the women coaches through the program. So we establish that initial foundation of who you are being in the business, and what are some of the struggles that you are experiencing, and what are some of the key points or key pillars that you're willing to share and talk on your social media. And sometimes there's a lot of detail or past experience that you may not feel necessarily want to share openly with the audience, which is completely okay, right? Because chances are, as you go through 40 years of life or 30 years of life, you have gone through similar experience that led to your belief, that led to your current values. So what are those stories, and how can we utilize that to create these contents that makes you visible on your social media? And it takes a very strategic way of laying it out. So week 1, we do personal identification. So a lot of it has to do with what is your purpose, your real purpose of why you inspire, why you were inspired to become a coach. So understanding your underlying true soul purpose, then you identify what are some of the key points that I have learned, and now I can share that uniquely to my audience, to my potential clients, because those are the key points that people are looking for when they do the Google search. Right? If someone who's struggling with constantly playing small in their life, whether you're a man, a woman, when you go to Google, what are you looking for? You're looking for a way to stop playing small. And maybe you are a business owner, maybe you are a woman coach, and you want to have that coaching business where people, you don't have to worry about where to find your client. So how do you do that? You got to step out of your comfort zone. You got to start playing small. So what is the first thing that you go onto the Google to look for? You look for solutions that speaks to those values, speaks to those solutions that you're looking for. And if you can be super clear about who you're talking to, who you're serving, then your posts, your social media posts, your blog posts, your videos are going to have a greater possibilities of getting seen, getting heard, and getting higher. If you continue to focus on, I don't have a really specific niche, I'm just going to keep it very general, I'm going to keep it very broad because I don't want to exclude anybody, I'm still in the research product. You're welcome to do that. You're totally welcome to take your own pace and do what feels good for you. But I'm here to tell you that if I can shorten that time period where you're struggling and figuring out, wouldn't you want to know more about it? I mean, I would. I spent the last 3 years trying to figure out like where's my audiences, right? And through that process, I wish that there was someone out there who can actually help me to craft out all my stories and really resonate with my audience so that I know exactly what is it that they're looking for. And eventually you're going to learn that, and we're coaches, so we do self-coaching all the time. So you can self-coach and through that process, I have no doubt you're going to find your answer. You're going to have a really unique brand. But I'm here, I'm waving at you, and there you are. You're still refusing to, to make that change, or to take that that one step, getting out of your comfort zone and get out of your head of thinking that you have all this figured out. Sometimes, it's a little tough love moment where I have to tell them, listen, hon, if you're stuck here, if your post is not getting seen, if your post is not getting a lot of engagements, then you're stuck and you can't figure this out. I mean, that's just the reality of it, right? If you continue to see a pattern of a perpetuating cycle of where you're just getting stuck, and maybe you get one client here and there, and maybe, you don't even have a lead magnet, you don't have anything that would draw them back to you and follow you and feel like excited about what you're about to say, then you don't have any system of retaining these clients. There's no system of how people are finding you. So you need help. I mean, as cool as real as it sounds, you need help. So look around you, know what you need, and start asking for help. There's nothing wrong in getting super, super specific. And I keep telling people you need to get super, super specific, especially when you want to create a world in social media or online or doing this virtually or doing this remotely. If you're just focusing on like maybe in person, or if you're a corporate coach and you're focusing on just in the corporate world, then you probably don't need to be on the platform at all, which doesn't pertain to you, right? But this is a show not about you. This is a show about about a coach who's actually want to take their business online and establishing that know, like, trust factor, so that person, so you can start drawing some constant client flow into your space. If that's who you are, then why aren't you being more specific? Like, what are you afraid for? What are you waiting for? So that's my 2 cents. I thought this is something that's really important as we're talking about creating a unique brand. This is something that I've been working with a couple of my clients currently. They just started, and some of them are actually in transition into a new business, into a new way of getting their clients in. And some of them actually started out very broad, and now we're thinking about really building that remote and virtual workspace where you can attract a client in. So this is something that I've been helping them with. And like I said, if you find yourself in a perpetual cycle of struggling to get your message out, or to get seen, or get heard, and get hired, then I want you to really, really think about working with someone. It may not be me, but I would love for you to really get curious about what is it that you are doing and what is it that you are not. And chances are there are some blind spots under what you believe is real and what is true. So if you're still keeping your message broad and you're struggling to get your message seen and have that visible brand, think about going back to look at your website, look at all your social media. Are they all incongruent with all the things that you do? Is it a reflection of who you truly are? And do you have a visible brand that's out there so that people can start finding you, my friend? All right. See you on the next episode. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Thanks for listening. Ever feel like you are in a battle on your own in this world? I know I did. If you are a woman coach who is ready to launch your coaching career and looking for strategies to get seen, get heard, and get hired, I want to invite you to come and find me in our community on Facebook at the Visibility Confidence Lounge. This is a community of confident and courageous women coaches who come to grow their business with strategy on brand stories, visibility, and mindset. This is a safe place where you can find the support that you need, confidently and courageously build your visible brand to attract your soulmate clients into your world. See you at my next tea party. Bye now.